Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Simon and we are the Whales of Wall Street. Good to see you all today. So we're just going to do a quick update on Bitcoin, take a look at the market where we are today with Bitcoin, in particular around some news in the last couple of days involving Amazon and Bitcoin. So without further ado, let's go straight into the browser on this one. So some of you may have seen the news already or sort of wondered why Bitcoin perhaps is increasing in value over the last few days. There's always the saying of, buy the rumor, sell the news. And I do believe currently that is what is happening. So let's just review very quickly as to what's been occurring in the news today as essentially a general announcement across the board. But this is sort of something that's probably been some inside info and some bits and pieces flown about the last couple of days anyway. But this is relating to an announcement or a supposed announcement from an insider of Amazon who has mentioned that Amazon may, by the end of this year, be allowing to use or customers to use Bitcoin as a transactional currency to purchase items as you would daily or every day on Amazon in general. So you can obviously use your normal money and other aspects, but obviously Bitcoin being one of the largest and biggest well-known cryptocurrencies out there, obviously a storage of value as well. But in particular, of course, the popularity of it is encouraging clearly for Amazon to be able to want them to allow this kind of payment. So this is really interesting. I think it's been on the cards for a while. Just a bit of confirmation as well is there's multiple articles on this particular topic. And there's no doubt about it that I'm sure there'll be a couple of others added onto it. But what was interesting as well, of course, is a mention on a few of these sites about Amazon are probably going to be creating their own kind of token on their own kind of blockchain technology or utilizing some other existing blockchain technology that's already out there to participate in this race, to participate in what everyone's trying to do at the moment is create their own coin and currency or token. So I will do a video on that, particularly for Amazon, perhaps at the end of this week. I have done a brief introduction to some Amazon things in the past, in the last few weeks, about their initiative to gain more leeway into blockchain and DeFi space. But of course, as well, I did mention on a few videos previously as well, like what they're trying to do from the personnel. They're doing a lot of hiring at the moment around blockchain and around crypto as well. So let's keep an eye on this space. Of course, it's massive news. When things like this come about, of course, it affects the price. So without further ado, let's go straight into that. Actually, I've got a couple of fib chart sections here. Now, for me, there's a lot of people out there saying like this is the beginning of the bull run. It may well be. Who knows? No one can fully predict or be fully accurate, of course, other than a few trend marks. But for me, this news, in my opinion, is purely based. The positive green here in the last 4 or 5 days, from my aspect, comes from this kind of news. There's no doubt in my mind that big people in big spaces of big companies know full well the ins and outs of what's going on around the market, around the businesses that they're invested in or have an interest in. And there's no doubt in my mind that this is triggered from the news we've seen publicly today. And I would back that up in the sense that today, of course, we hit kind of like the $40,550 mark today. Obviously, it's been a gradual rise from the initial sort of 29.30 4 or 5 days ago. And for me, the tail off has already occurred today. That's not to say that it won't stop over the next couple of days as more news like trickles out and more people become aware of it and FOMO in, etc. But I think, in my honest opinion, the business is done. And we're already seeing the slight retrace back. What we at now, sort of tracing around sort of 33 and a half at the moment. So we've dropped a bit off the highs that we saw earlier today, 40,550. So yeah, let's see where we close off today. But yeah, we've already dropped a few $1,000s. Sounds mental, isn't it? Talking about a few $1,000s as if it's nothing. It's massive. The volumes have been kicking in here, as I've mentioned, last 4 or 5 days. Probably, I think this is actually the 6th day of really good volume intake. And you could argue on the RSI chart, so the relative strength index, which I have set as 14 days, you could argue that there is actually still some movement left in this to keep improving over the next few days. And that's where I make the point that actually you might have maybe a day or two overlap of more people getting aware of the news that's come out before a bit more of a tail off. I don't think, in my opinion, we're ready for that whole entire full-on jump up to try and get back to the sort of 50, 60k mark just yet. But you know, this is positive. This is good. This is good, positive news for the market in general. And I'm pretty sure, of course, we'll see the usual thing of in the past where the tail off occurs, people start investing into like Ethereum and then drop it off into some of the altcoins a bit more as well. And we have seen that kind of development across some of the tokens and crypto assets in the last day or two as well, which is probably coinciding with the fact that people probably made a good chunk out of Bitcoin over the last few days, especially if you were sort of coming in or 4 or 5 days ago at that sort of opening mark of 30 and you've just gone up to the 40 mark. Well, congratulations. No matter how much you put in there, you've made some good gains. So so that's what I thought I'd bring to your attention. Like I said, the news is fantastic. I'm sure we'll hear more and more of it as the months go on. But for me, the tail off has already started. We may see a day or two of a bit of potential FOMO progression, but in general, I'm not sort of excited just yet that we're going into the full bull market. I think we're still a few weeks off that, in my opinion. So not financial advice, of course. You know, obviously everyone has a different opinion out there. That's just my take on what analysis I've done and how I see things have happened over the last few months and obviously the last year or so as well. So let's see how it goes. But yeah, good news and well done to those that have made some money. That's what it's all about. I don't personally have Bitcoin, which is, you might think is mental, but for me, not quite yet. We'll see. But yeah, let's keep an eye on that. Hope you found this informative. Let us know in the comments below what you think about this news. And do you own Bitcoin? Have you had a successful last few days? Please do let us know. Always interested in that sort of stuff. Please do like, subscribe, really helps the channel out. And other than that, guys, hope to see you and Bitcoin on the moon. Take care and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.